Hello and welcome back to Talk of the Town. The Children's Theater of Madison is on State Street, and I can't wait for you to learn a little bit more about them. If you haven't been, you're going to get to know them now. This is Roseann Sheridan, the Artistic Director. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Lots to chat about. Let's start with getting to know a little bit about the history of the Children's Theater.
Well, CTM was founded about 53 years ago, and it was founded in response to arts being cut in the schools. And Nancy Thoreau was the founding director. And then it's been around in part of our community, a really amazing resource for young people and families for all those decades. I came into it about 12 years ago, and we're a resident company of Overture Center, and we are the producer of the annual production of A Christmas Carol, plus many other productions, as well as a lot of educational programs and educational outreach.
I'm so glad that this exists, and to your point, with these types of programs scaling back on the education side, it's so nice to have this for our children because the arts are so important. I want to discuss the main stage at the Children's Theater of Madison and what differentiates the main stage from sort of other performing groups that are out there.
That's a great question. So our main stage consists of 5 productions, including A Christmas Carol. And our main stage productions are all in Overture Center. A Christmas Carol is in the Capitol Theater, and the other shows are in the Playhouse. They are cast with professional adult actors as well as local talented young actors. So we cast them age appropriate. So Scrooge would be an older professional actor, and Tiny Tim would be a young 9 or 10-year-old. So a great amount of production values, full scenery, costumes, lighting, all of that. So it's a very high-level professional production with a lot of resources and a lot of talent put into it. And the other productions that we do include things like our summer stage, which is summer camp productions that are performed by all students. So that is more process-oriented and not as much product-oriented. So, and then, you know, many other kinds of productions exist in our community involving young people, but this is probably the highest professional level work that young people can be involved with and families can see from locally produced professional theater.
I think it's great that you put on productions that include all ages, not only for the audience, but also for the children that get to work with those adults and see some of that.
Absolutely. The young actors working alongside seasoned professionals like David Daniel from American Players Theater plays Ebenezer Scrooge. And to work alongside those actors is inspiring in both directions, because young actors model for the older actors a complete freedom and uninhibited, you know, and no questions asked, kind of, sure, I'll try that. And then the older actors model for the younger actors, you know, that there are things, responsibility, ways of remembering things that are done, how to prepare, how to go through the whole process. And so it's really a win-win, and it's such an incredible experience for all involved.
It's a beautiful thing. I want to discuss more about the educational programming as well.
Yes, thanks for asking about that. We have an extensive educational program. We have classes for all kinds of levels and ages, from the very curious to the really serious young actor or young performer. Things that will just help young actors or young people be able to develop presentation skills, be able to feel more confident, to develop you know, relationships with other like-minded children. We also have classes and opportunities in community centers, such as the Goodman Community Center and the Lucier, which are free programs for a variety of different kinds of populations. And we also have classes and programming for young people who are on the spectrum and have some other cognitive or behavioral disabilities. So it's really an extensive program that goes all year round, and probably the biggest aspect of our educational program is our summer program, which is incredible. It goes from pre-K all the way up into high school, and there's different kinds of programs and camps and classes and whatnot for all different kinds of ages.
Really important work that you guys are doing. I'm getting the cue to go, but I want to ask you really quick about the Access for All initiative.
Yes, thank you for asking about that. That is a very important initiative where we're trying to reach out to populations who are not usually able to go to things together, such as children on the autism spectrum and their families, to be able to come and see a performance together. So there's certain adaptations to the production that are made, so it becomes a sensory-friendly performance. And also we're reaching out to members of the hearing impaired community, where we have ASL interpreted shows, and we also have classes for differently abled children and family members. So it's a really important initiative, and it's one that we're putting more time and energy into, because there's so many. We want this to be something that is available to all children in our community and all family members in our community.
Good for you. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for sharing that with us today. Roseann Sheridan is with the Children's Theater of Madison. Visit the website. I encourage you to do so. I also encourage you to stick around for more. We'll be back after the break.